In all the world, there are few clubs more exclusive than the fifth-generation fighter club. The United States holds the golden membership with its legendary F-22 Raptor and a fleet of over 2,000 F-35s dominating the skies. China has muscled its way in with the stealthy J-20, while Russia managed to secure a seat at the table with the Su-57. But besides those big three, no other nation could claim true membership until February 21, 2024, when high above the skies of Ankara, something changed. A fighter jet so sophisticated and so ambitious that it rewrote the rules of what a nation can achieve. This is the KAAN, and Turkey didn't just ask to join the party, they kicked the door down. The story begins back in 2010, when Turkey faced a growing problem: an aging fleet of F-16s and a heavy dependence on American air power. The logical solution seemed simple: just accept the F-35, like every other NATO ally. But Turkey had a different ambition. They wanted the F-35s, certainly, but they refused to rely on them, understanding that true military power requires independence. So, in December 2010, they made a bold announcement. They would design and build their own fifth-generation stealth fighter. Turkish aerospace industries presented three potential designs: the FX-1, a massive twin-engine beast; the FX-5, a safer single-engine choice; and the FX-6, a delta-wing middle ground. Turkey didn't choose the easy path. They chose the FX-1, the most ambitious, the most expensive, and the hardest to build. The contract was signed with $1.8 billion in funding and a mandate for domestic production, with the UK's BAE Systems providing critical engineering support. Development was steady, as Turkey planned to operate these new jets alongside a fleet of 100 American F-35s. But then, in 2019, everything fell apart. Turkey purchased Russia's S-400 air defense system, a platform specifically designed to hunt down NATO aircraft like the F-35. The response from the United States was brutal. Turkey was immediately ejected from the F-35 program, and the 100 jets they planned to buy vanished overnight. What started as a side project suddenly became Turkey's only hope for a fifth-generation future. The timeline accelerated, funding poured in, and the pressure mounted, because there was no plan B. What followed was nothing short of remarkable. In November 2021, the first component was manufactured, and by February 2022, over 550 major parts were already in production. Then, on May 1, 2023, Turkey gave their fighter a true name: KAAN, meaning King of Kings. It wasn't just a project code anymore, it was a declaration of absolute ambition. Days later, Turkey made a bold promise to deliver 20 KAAN aircraft by 2028, aiming for a production rate of 2 jets every single month by 2029. Then came the moment of truth on February 21, 2024. The KAAN prototype roared down the runway and took its maiden flight, spending 13 minutes in the air at 8,000 feet and executing a perfect landing. It was flying 2 years ahead of schedule. The success continued with a second flight on May 6. Turkey had accomplished what many Western analysts said was impossible. They had built a fifth-generation stealth fighter, and it was dominating the sky. Let's talk specifications, but with a necessary caveat: this aircraft hasn't been pushed to its absolute limits just yet. In terms of sheer size and power, the KAAN is a beast. Over 20 meters long, with a wingspan of 13.4 meters, and a maximum takeoff weight of nearly 35,000 kilograms. It is designed to tear through the sky at Mach 1.8, that's 2,200 kilometers per hour, while climbing to 55,000 feet and pulling a bone-crushing 9 Gs. Currently, the prototypes are powered by General Electric F-110 engines, the same reliable hearts found in the F-16. But here is the real power play: Turkey refuses to rely on foreign engines forever. In January 2025, they announced that after 2030, the KAAN will fly with a completely domestic engine, the TF-35000. The target is staggering: 36,000 pounds of thrust, built specifically for stealth with reduced heat and radar signatures. Can they actually pull this off? Very few countries have. Even China has struggled for years to perfect high-performance jet engines. But Turkey isn't working alone. They are partnering with Rolls-Royce and Ukrainian defense firms to turn this dream into reality. The frontal design echoes the legendary F-22, suggesting excellent stealth capabilities against head-on radar. And the weapons? Almost everything is Turkish-made, hidden in internal bays to stay invisible to the enemy. But what truly makes this a fifth-generation fighter is the digital brain inside. It features the Murad ASA radar with cognitive AI, 360-degree infrared tracking, and an advanced electronic warfare suite that can jam enemy signals before they even know you're there. And then, there is the game changer, autonomous wingman operations. The KAAN isn't just a fighter, it's a flying command center, capable of controlling stealth drones like the Anka-3 in mid-air. Turkey isn't building the KAAN just for itself. They are selling it to the world, and the response has been stunning. In June 2025, Indonesia signed an MOU for 48 KAAN fighters. By July, they signed full agreements with Turkish Aerospace for co-production, final assembly, and technology transfer. The contract value is $10 billion. Think about that, a $10 billion defense deal for an aircraft that hasn't even entered service yet. Then there is Egypt, moving from rivals to partners. In July 2025, Egypt joined the program for co-production. They are not just buying the KAAN, they are helping to build it. This is huge because the KAAN has bridged the gap between two nations with historically tense relations. In April 2025, Turkey and Pakistan finalized plans for a joint factory to produce the KAAN. Pakistan sees this as their path to fifth-generation capability, secured with genuine technology transfer. But the list doesn't stop there. Saudi Arabia is considering a massive acquisition of 100 aircraft. Spain is interested in the KAAN as an alternative to the F-35. Yes, the UAE has openly expressed its interest. And Azerbaijan has been a committed partner since 2023. These aren't just rumors, these are signed protocols, MOUs, and real contracts. So where does the program stand right now? Today, the first prototype, P0, continues its rigorous flight testing. Meanwhile, prototype P1 is already under construction and is scheduled to take to the skies in April or May of 2026. Prototype P2 is also being built, with its first flight targeted for July or August of 2026. In total, 6 prototypes are planned to ensure this fighter is perfect. Looking to the future, the timeline is aggressive. By 2028, the first 20 Block 10 aircraft will be delivered to the Turkish Air Force. By 2029, production will hit full speed, churning out 2 aircraft every single month. After 2030, the domestic TF-35000 engine will be fully integrated. Between 2030 and 2033, the Block 1 configuration will be complete, paving the way for the mass production of Block 2 from 2034 to 2040. This isn't just a short-term project. The KAAN is designed to serve and dominate through the 2070s with regular upgrades. The KAAN is more than just a fighter. It is a symbol. Turkey is expanding globally, establishing military bases in Qatar, running operations in Syria and Libya, and exporting drones to the entire world. They are even working to join BRICS, all while keeping their seat in NATO. And the KAAN proves that Turkey belongs at the table. For decades, countries had only 2 choices, buy American or buy Russian, and both came with heavy political strings attached. The KAAN offers something different, high capability with genuine technology transfers, without demanding total political alignment. That is truly revolutionary. However, the challenges are very real. The engine question is huge. Developing a 36,000-pound thrust stealth engine is one of the hardest challenges in aerospace history. Stealth claims remain unverified until we see independent testing or actual combat, and the production targets are aggressive for a country without decades of fighter experience. The export competition is fierce, with the F-35, the Typhoon, and China's J-35 all fighting for the same airspace. But here is what we know for sure. Turkey has done what only major powers have ever achieved. They have designed, built, and flown a 5th-generation fighter, and they did it largely on their own. Whether the KAAN outperforms the F-35, matches it, or comes in second, it will still be superior to the vast majority of fighters ever built. And those export deals, they are absolutely real. Indonesia has signed for $10 billion, Egypt is co-producing, and Pakistan is building factories. The KAAN represents a massive shift in global power dynamics. It demonstrates that mid-sized nations with enough ambition can achieve what was once thought impossible. For decades, the 5th-generation club was exclusive to the superpowers, but Turkey just kicked down the door. The prototypes are flying, the production lines are being built, and the export contracts are already signed. The KAAN isn't just Turkey's fighter anymore. It is a new chapter in military aviation where the old rules no longer apply. Turkey wanted to be taken seriously as a rising power. With the KAAN, they are proving they belong. And as for the 5th-generation fighter club, it just got a whole lot more interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.